Frau Bundeskanzlerin, herzlich willkommen beim Stand der ABB. Dear Mr. President, welcome. Welcome to our stand. So this is an electric motor that gets produced in Fort Smith, Arkansas, together with 5,000 of these motors every week that we produce for industry. In industry, half of the energy consumption goes in electric motor. And with this little device, we will be able to reduce the energy consumption of the 300 million electric motors installed in industry by 10%, which is the equivalent of about 100 nuclear power plants power production. With this little device, we have stand-down times reduced by up to 70%. We take the life of the motor, we increased it by 30%, and reduce the energy by 10%. We want to connect the things, the services, and the people. And only if you do that, you get an end-to-end optimization of industrial environment.
And that's where the efficiencies come from.
That's the efficiency.
You're able to monitor on a real-time basis.
Yeah.
Where suboptimal performance is taking place.
Yeah. If you take, you have a certain risk of downtime in electric motor. Imagine this motor is in the middle of a paper mill, and this paper mill is running constantly. So if you would have a problem, it might shut down, and it stops the entire paper mill. If you have the predictive maintenance data that come continuously, you don't have that, because you can send out a service technician before the motor breaks down. And that means you have continuous flow in the process.
So are you able to attach this to old motors?
Yeah.
Because presumably new motors, you could actually just build it into every motor.
Absolutely. The nice thing about this is we can retrofit it without any cabling. You just screw it on the motor. It has communications, it does not need cabling, and you put it in. There's about 300 million motors in industry out there. If you retrofit that, that's the cheapest solution. About 6 years ago, this would have cost $800 because it has a lot of sensing, computing power, and connectivity. Today, it's less than $50. So that's really a major breakthrough that we can do there. And it's not always the big things. Sometimes it's the small things that make a big difference.
Well, then this would have significant applications in terms of energy savings as well.
Absolutely. And if you would make this...
If we care about climate change, we need this kind of efficiency.
Pleasure. Thank you very much for your visit. I really appreciate your visit. Thank you very much. Herzlichen Dank, Frau Bundeskanzlerin. Vielen Dank für den Besuch. Dankeschön.
Wie viele Konkurrenten haben Sie für sowas?
Das ist im Moment noch konkurrenzlos.
Konkurrenzlos,
ja.
ja.